You did too. Yeah. Make me your enemy.
I'm not making you my
You
enemy.
already did.
Yeah.
I don't have teeth. Yeah, I'll go with it. I stink. I want to make it very clear, folks. You know, I just had a revelation from God. You know what that is? I stink. So she chose the side of haters over her husband that wipes her ass. I stink. There's a guy on YouTube, a big fat fucking. But I just want everybody to know that everybody that follows that guy, he is the biggest, most disgusting, sweaty, fat. I stink. That you've ever seen. I came on here to defend Shanny against Draven from saying all horrible things, but then I came in and said horrible things too.
Hey guys, what's up? I hope you all can hear me. How you all doing? All right, so let's get into some of these Rev videos. I don't know if I want to watch that other one. I mean, I guess I could skim through it, the one where the boring one where he's talking to his friend. But yeah, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, so that's why I figured I would go live tonight. And what my message is, just for people who saw, like, I can, there's something about gifts now. I don't really know. It's like a new thing that YouTube's doing, but I guess it's like almost like a Twitch, where you can buy jewels or whatever. So if you guys are into buying jewels and trading them out or whatever the hell, you know, I say go for it. It's gonna be the newest thing, you know. Get on that quick. But welcome back. I missed y'all. You know, it's hard doing this thing, because, like, on the one hand, I feel like, you know, I want to move on with my life and stuff. But on the other hand, I like to make you guys laugh. Like, that is the thing, you know, spurring awareness and making people laugh. That's why I always thought it was weird when I'm like, how is anybody mad at me or hate me? Like, I'm trying to make y'all laugh, and people are like, I hate what you doing. And I'm like, okay. Did you get a chuckle? And then when they're like, well, yeah, then I'm like, then that's all that matters. So guys, if you would, leave a like. Let's get into this. You know what? First, before I play any of the Rev videos, I want to play this like 2.5 minute video that G-Man put out. You know, and don't worry, he's not talking in it. Sorry, G-Man. But it's a clip he put out, and I forgot this clip, or maybe I never saw it. And yes, the late Grampy. Shout out to Grampy. He was always a trip. I miss him a lot. But yeah, he had this video that he put out with Chris and Drag. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. But let's watch that first, and then we'll get into the shenanigans.
But we were gonna do something with Jason, and we were, before we went in, before it, you know, as his custody, as his, you know, thing. You kind of want to, if you're inviting somebody, kind of show up early, talk about kind of what direction you're going, stuff. And he went on there and he was like, "Hey, sexy," not in that voice. I can't do the voice, but he was like, and I'm like, bro, I'm literally sitting right here. Like, that's fucked up. Like, they were talking about sexual shit because I'm the guy that Shan was claimed to wanted to be a sexual therapist.
Who wanted to be a sexual therapist? I had to step away for a second. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Shannon wanted to be at one point she was saying how she was going to be a sexual therapist, and her first subject, surprised and shocked everybody, was Jason. And he went on there and he's like, "Oh, I want you so bad." I'm like, bro, I'm sitting like right in this room right now.
And like, all I want to say, to interject, is like, exactly, like, like in the last video I did, and then I showed the talk about the phone sex and everything. Like, yeah, this was how, you know, like, can you blame Chris for cheating on Big, for, you know, putting him through this? Because she does to Rev what she did to Chris, which was, I could talk to whoever I want and flirt with and send nudes to and whatever, and sext and back and forth combos, all the time. But if you just talk to anybody, it's a problem. She does this this with every guy, I'm assuming. But let's continue.
It was really fucking awkward.
Whoa. Repeat that whole story. Whoa, hold on.
I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know the exact words, but he was definitely like calling her sexy and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, I'm like literally in the room too.
Okay, because Jason adamantly said he did not cross the line. Everything was up on the up and up, and he was being a good Christian.
BS.
So you tell me that was a lie.
They were having the sexy talk.
Well, right, and as I said, I've never actually specifically talked to my brother, which talk to you a little bit later about that, Drag. I'll talk to you. I'll get you in private. I'll hit you up in private about that. But I have never actually asked my brother about. He just told me he heard the conversations. I never actually asked what it was. And actually, there's actually one thing that really bothered me. In everything she said, I want to address it now. I know it's completely random, but I want to throw it out there.
Do it, Chris.
She said that I got mad at her because she was engaging with men on the internet. I had no problem with her talking to like G-Man, Feckle, Jason. She talked to a lot of men, and I had no problem with it. My problem came from the fact that she could go talk to any man she wanted to. But if I talked to one female, it doesn't matter what her relationship with me. She could have been my childhood best fucking friend, and we talked every fucking day. I was cheating.
Dude.
That is so glaringly out of balance.
Okay. Yo, but come on. How familiar is that? I love that. I love that clip. Yo, I seriously, I'm trying to, folks. I'm trying to work something out with Chris because I want to have a nice, big conversation with Chris because I have questions that nobody asked. And then, like, of course, I know some things that were told to me from years prior. So between that and what I know, I want to get my own version of events. People did a good job getting different versions of events, but I have some follow-up questions. I guess Chris really kind of moved on with his life. He has a better-looking girlfriend that's not like 600 pounds, so I think he doesn't even want to think about this stuff anymore. But a lot of this stuff is just very interesting because this is what she does to Rev. So let's see what Big has been up to. So 13 hours ago. So I guess she's now community tabbing it. And I'll just do that. Hey, Ray, what do they say? Any interaction, right? I just think of the amount of chickens that were marked up for this video. And Nick enabling candy to the early grave. Chickens? Oh, where's my chickens? I got chickens here for a special someone. Yeah. Is that? Oh my God, that's skinny Nikocado. Yo, he still looks weird to me. All right, let's get to this video, and then, like I said, maybe I'll skim through this. I don't know, I don't understand how his friend. I guess I'll get to it when I play, but I don't understand how his friend can't call him out for all the times that the child abuse and this and that. It seems like his friend has no idea what he's been doing for the past 7 years. But here, let's check out his gang stalking video.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Revelation News. Folks, I ran
what is that?
a radio.
What is? Oh, man, I hate that damn that fucking Mike. What does that say? Man, baby network. Stupid ass.
Show.
You know what? That's what Rev is. Rev likes to steal things from anything. He doesn't have an original thought in his, smudgy brain. So, anything you see on the screen was stolen from something else. That's why he was the Reverend, that guy from Red Dead Redemption, and then he was Johnny Silverhand and all this other stuff. He just steals.
And a YouTube channel. For between 2012 and 2017, say. I ran a YouTube channel.
Yeah, exactly, Soren.
even more importantly, the radio show, where I had a certain way that I like to do things.
Frustrated. Frustrated says, "Where is the father of Shanny's children? Why did Doug just let them be put into CPS?" Well, that one for real. That's like one of the reasons I want to talk to Chris about, because I have questions. All I've ever heard about Doug is that he was a huge meth head. He went to jail, and he didn't want anything to do with Shanny or the kids. I'm sure it's more about Shanny than the kids. And I agree. Like, what kind of parent would like leave their kids with that type of person, especially if they're on the all over the internet like that, being abused? It must be a real big piece of crap. But you see what type of people Shanny likes, the ilk she hangs around with. So I agree. Like, it'd be neat, or it'd be interesting to have him like, make a YouTube and be like, "I'm Doug. I had no idea." But at this point, it's like, I think one kid's already of age, and the other one's almost there. So there's really like no point. There's no way he can adopt them. But yeah, he's just another piece of trash.
I'm going to try, and someday, hopefully when I get raises in this job, hopefully that'll happen. I could get the BTR show page back functioning again, because you have to pay $200 and some a year for BTR. But I would like that archive of shows, because, man, there was some prophetic stuff that's absolutely happened in the shows.
Oh, his
Blog
Talk
great
Radio.
men of God have said, yeah, this is going this way. We should look out for it.
And like, just because people don't know, his Blog Talk Radio sucked. He didn't have that, He had more of a following on YouTube. But as soon as he got involved with Big, that was it. She already had haters already from the Google Plus days, stuff like that, talking to atheists, triggering people. And because remember, she started off as an atheist. And a lot of people don't know that. Big started off as an atheist. She was on that side. She didn't believe in nothing. She met this riffraff here, Hall, and saw that he had a lot of money. And that's it. There was no, "Oh my God, you're so, like, you're so smart, you're so intuitive, insightful." No, she saw him and said, "You have money, and I want that," and she spent it.
But aside from that, I like doing things in a professional
I know,
fashion.
Mike. I hate his mic.
This whole G Plus thing that I got involved in, and this whole drama community, reaction community of these anomaly people on the internet is not what I was.
I know, man. I know. But all you had to do is leave your big girlfriend. All you had to do. But you, like, abusing her children on live stream, just made your problems 100 times worse. I think people felt sorry for you at first. They pitied you. They thought that like you were the one that should be felt sorry for. She's pulling the strings. She is pulling the strings. But then he started fighting back when he started drinking again. But I've seen a lot of theories about Jason. One theory that could be true is that he's like a feeder. Like he has some nasty fetish where like he wants her to be big. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he's hiding her Ozempic.
I ran a very serious show, and me and my producer were with Revelation News Radio on BTR. We were crashing their servers.
No, you weren't.
There were lots of people watching
10
us
people.
and really listening. And as a matter of fact, cabinet members of prominent Israeli politicians, such as the guy that's in there right now in Israel, were listening, because we had real intelligence people coming on. So I'm trying to go back to what I was. And I know that that's going to be a very hard bridge to cross, because so much has been said about my name, and so much has been spewed on YouTube and in other places that it's, I don't know the odds of me coming back successfully.
Okay, whatever the hell that means. And I know people are still on this $4,300 thing. I just, until I see a PayPal receipt, I just can't believe it. You know, I mean, the currency exchange. I mean, the one time I did have proof of her getting a good amount of money, like $500 from Norwegian money. There was a currency exchange, so it wasn't like boom $500. It was there was an exchange there of rates. So it's hard for me to think that'd be 4,300. Now maybe this is a rumor, but maybe her mail still goes to somebody else's house, and maybe there was a social security letter, and maybe that letter was looked at. So you know what? I'm leaning towards she probably got some sort of help. They never actually got temporary assistance. And like I said, anyone in the United States can apply for up to 2 years of temporary assistance, which is like, housing and foods. I mean, they had the EBT. And then like, I mean, back whatever, damn near 20 years ago, it used to be $250 a month. So I'm sure it's maybe even double that now. And like I said, like if they got that much money, why is he using this piece of crap $30 microphone? It doesn't make sense. If they had, I've seen what they do when they have a big thing of money. He would have had the most top of the line, another one of them Neumann microphones. He'd have a good headset, a $30 microphone, and you got over $4,000. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? Like the math don't math up.
But I'm doing this video.
That's my opinion.
To simply tell you that the content that you're going to get from me is pre-recorded stuff. I'm not live streaming, especially with a guest doing an interview with the type of absolute satanic trolls that regular my content. I would like to do it the way that I want to do it, which would be live, and people could ask questions.
You getting beat by Shanny?
Partake in the conversation like I used to on BTR, because I had a phenomenal audience there on BTR and YouTube. My YouTube audience they were just wonderful Christians that wanted information and seeking the truth in Jesus' name.
Yes, yeah. And what happened? They found out that you were like getting high and abusing kids and monetizing that and being with this awful person that just constantly lies, is constantly racist, and they abandoned you. And then Shanny told you to delete your channel. That's not my fault, man. Can you imagine? She told this guy, and I mean, a lot of times I feel like he wants to stream obviously more than she does. But I know there's also times where she makes him. She told me that she makes him stream. Any little bit of money that they can make, through donations and shit. But you know what? I hope he does not get monetized, just for the simple fact that, like, I don't think he should have a channel. All that shit that went down in 2022. What's up? 21 months, yeah. Well, I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I'm just busy with work and stuff, so I figured I'd just, get it in now. I couldn't sleep. But thank you.
That is not what I have as an audience anymore. That's my goal, to have that audience again.
Not going to happen.
So, unfortunately, the content might not be what some very well-meaning people that are actually real Christians and they want to hear the truth and they want to partake in a conversation. I apologize for this.
I don't want to let him talk. I'm just going to say this. When I say not going to happen, I don't mean like if anyone wants to watch him, hey, his channel is the Reverend Jason William E. Gross. Watch him. Go. I mean, that's fine with me. But what I mean, what's never going to happen is he's never going to get any respect around here again. Anyone who watches him, hate watches him. I mean, look, 24. So he had 800 views, 24 likes. That shows me he's got no respect at all.
But it's not
by his viewers.
These trolls will not stop and will never stop. And I am not going to put my guests that I have on in the future through that disgusting pit of garbage. Oh. Excuse me. I'm just not going to do it.
Ooh, Donna Murphy says, I think it's odd that you never see the person supposedly gave them the 4,300 in Shanny's chat. Yeah. It's because, Don, I don't believe it. And the thing is, people can believe what they want. That's the great thing about the internet and YouTube. We can have our own opinions. But this guy here, who's seen a lot since fucking 2019, I'm gonna tell you, I've seen so many crazy ops around here. I mean, I've seen people paying the people that they're making videos about. Like they were both in on it. I've seen stuff like that. So seriously, believe me when I tell you, nothing surprises me around here. And yeah, until I could see some physical proof, like when I showed when Shanny was getting it from Norway, I don't believe it. I need to see a PayPal receipt. Otherwise, this is their Social Security money. And again, that's also messed up because this piece of crap also made fun of people who were on Social Security. He told them to get a job, and he said he had a job. His job was the stock market. Well, look how that worked out for you. Yo, I love that. Let's just take a moment. Let's just take a moment to be happy that Bitcoin just hit 100K, and this asshole had it at like 30K, and he had a lot of it. He had a lot of it, folks. Like actual, like, a Bitcoin, like an actual Bitcoin of it, and probably more than one. And he sold it once it started going down because he's a stupid piece of shit, fucking child abuser, idiot. But I love that for him. I love that it hit 100K. I bet that really burns his buns.
They're nice enough to come on and talk to me after years and years of being away.
Because they don't know what
if you want to spew your hatred in the comments, I can't control that. You're going to do that if you want. So look forward to an upload soon of a great interview. I'm sure it's going to be an incredible interview. I'm going to be doing it on Saturday at 8 p.m. But it will not be live. It's going to be pre-recorded, and after we're done speaking, me and my guest,
pussy,
I will be uploading that. So I think it's very sad that I have to operate it this way. I would like to have a live show and audience participation, but the fact of the matter is that there's too many Satanist trolls that are wanting to destroy my life completely, and I just can't do that. I will not do that.
I'm not trying to. I mean, me personally, I can only speak for myself. Obviously, any of us can only speak for ourselves. I'm not trying to destroy you. I just want some accountability. Like, yeah, I hit him, and that wasn't right. And, and guess what? Big fat Shanny sitting in the next room. I don't know why she had me do this grift. It's stupid. The $4,300, that's a lie, too. You guys don't even know that person, But I guess her jealous husband is being very protective of her. Bullshit. Because, come on, that's a lot of money for someone to lose, and they're not around here going, yeah, that's me. I mean, yeah, of course we'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, oh, you gave them $4,300? Well, sad violin for you. And then after like 2 weeks, it's going to turn into, you fucking idiot, why you give these child abusers money? But that's just how life is around here. But yeah, why can't you just ignore the comments, dude? We all have to. I think it's better for you, better interaction to actually have a live audience, and then just don't read it. But you see, he's there's something wrong with him. Look at them eyes, you guys. You see them eyes? Those are the eyes of a ticking time bomb. That time bomb is ready to go off. You know why? Because you got back here, and I'm telling him, is he done yet? Hey, that's what she said, right, Rev? Jeez, it's so funny the way he is. I mean, this is how I see it. People be people, trolls be trolls. If people want to come and troll, whatever. I'm here for the interaction, whatever that is. If that floats their boat, fuck it. I mean, at this point, it's whatever. I'm just here to have a good time and give all you a good time.
To a guest of mine, that I very much value their friendship and value who they are as a Christian and as just a human being. I don't want them to look in chat and see the garbage that you freaks pile at my doorstep. So to the real people, I'm sorry. And to the trolls, I just wish you would go away and leave me alone. Literally, it's like your entire day revolves around making up new things and bringing up things from the past and twisting them. It's the most pathetic things I've ever seen. I've never seen people like you. But it's because
Same
you really
here.
are miserable yourself. That's the reason.
Ooh, I love that.
JWE, Defender of the Prophets. See you soon.
I love that armchair psychology BS this guy has. Man, talk about the no self-awareness. All right, let's see. A message from Shanny. I'm done. She said, give me a break. You know, every time she says that,
Actual Christian.
I mean, like, I've never seen a group of more entitled people living in a house that they can't, like, be normal people and sleep upstairs in a bed. They can't fit on the bed together because she's so damn big. Non-showering. Because, come on, guys. If she can't go and poopy in a toilet, she ain't washing that ass. And just like, I'm sorry about that visual. All right, let's watch. I'm done. Yeah, I bet you're done. The fuck is that?
It's hopefully your favorite reverend.
Yo, if my favorite reverend was a crackhead, then I'm the one in trouble.
Or should I say the reverend that you love to hate? I guess that doesn't make any difference in this day and age.
I know.
Rev JWE here, and I got a little bit of a message to relay to the folks out there that I know that you're the same audience as a certain YouTuber. So I have something to tell you from them. Miss Shanny for Christ, yes.
What does that mean? Wait, you're the same audience as a certain YouTuber? Oh God! And see, that's their problem. If they don't single people out, then it doesn't work. You would think that they would understand trolling. At least Big would.
Am I talking to her? Yes, we still talk.
Yeah, she's right
That's
there.
the truth. I don't know how sophisticated the majority of you guys are on relationships, but when you've spent such a long period of time with someone, you don't just drop them. That really isn't how it works. That's why you see relationships like Bruce Willis and Demi Moore. You know, Demi Moore got with Ashton Kutcher, but she still was friendly the whole time with Bruce. Yeah.
Okay. No. Wait. You you said that you guys were breaking up. Shanny made a video as a single woman, blah blah blah, and then put a box, over there in the room, and then claim that she was in a whole different place. Why go through all that? No one's mad if you talk to her on the phone, but that's not what's going on. And people are smart enough to know when someone is like going through a phone versus someone is like actually sitting on that piss-stained couch because she can't get up to get to the bucket.
Because it's just like, that's the way it is. Once you've spent that much time with someone, it doesn't happen that you just don't deal with them ever again.
That sucks for you.
It's just not going to happen. So I got a message from her to the audience. Because she's so done that she doesn't even want to do community posts anymore.
Oh,
okay?
Liar.
Because I see what you do. You troll her on that channel every chance you get. You satanic piece of shit trolls. And you're getting what you want right now. I don't understand why you want it this way, though. It doesn't make sense to me. Because your livelihood with the reaction channels is completely wrapped up in her content.
And as I said when I started, man, maybe it's best that it all gets burned the hell down. Because, like I said, I like coming back to make people laugh, have a good time. But, yeah, maybe you shouldn't be around. Maybe none of us should be around. Maybe that'll just make things a little bit easier. So I don't care if your channel goes down, her channel goes down. You guys shouldn't be monetized. And I don't like that you hurt people, especially minors. And then you pretend like you didn't, or you try to change facts, even though I have the police report and other police reports. And dude, not to mention, you have a what is it, folks? You have a warrant right now, Rev. Oh wait, Rev, what is that? Yo, Rev, you better hide. I think the cops are coming. This dude's got a warrant. Ain't PA great, guys? And you can beat up kids. You can have a warrant and just like whatever. I don't need a registration. A registration and a driver's license is for peasants.
She's the star, not me. I never was the star. It was her. So, you know the expression, you get a lot more with honey than vinegar?
Whoa, would you
That's
say
the
you
truth.
racist?
If you want Shanny content, you can't go in her live streams every time she does one and spew crap at her. She's a normal human being in a lot of senses. She's a normal chick. And
Dude, she poopies in a bucket, and then you dump it out the back like Little Shop of Horrors, you know, down on Skid Row. Dude, are you kidding me? Normal people don't, you know, unless they're like older, and she only does it because she's lazy. And then you use that bucket too. It's really weird. Talk about parasocial relationships, dude. Why don't you help her fat ass get up the damn steps? I mean, really, someone that big. I mean, and the thing is, he doesn't even need to get her up the step to wash her. You know, she can be getting one of them big sponge baths, and you know, get a stick to stick up them folds and stuff. I mean, there's ways to do this. But this is why he'd be a crappy home healthcare worker, because he wouldn't know how to take care of somebody as big as Shanny, and that's why I would find it so damn hard to believe, even if this guy didn't have those domestic charges against him when he attacked her and when he attacked her son. The fact that he doesn't have the knowledge to help her, medically.
And she doesn't like baseless stupidity that's been talked about for years and years, and it's been, you could say, debunked. Okay, all of this stupid, these false rumors and shit, and then people go, the trolls go, everything we talk about is on video. You're full of shit.
Whoa.
You put...
Dude, really? Do I have to? I swear to God, it's like every damn video. But you know what, guys? I'm going to always keep doing it, because a liar's a liar, and people will believe a liar if they don't see certain paperworks like this. So, where am I lying? I made this up. I'm actually getting a copy. G-Man saw my video, and he was like, I'm going to send you a copy of the actual, he has a copy of when they had to leave the Colorado condo. So I'll have that soon. And I'll redact, my thing is not to, dox or anything. I'm just saying, he got in trouble for simple assault, physical straight kick in, June 7th of 2022. I mean, dude, please show me on the doll, where is the lie? Guys, leave a like if you see, or if you don't see any lies with that.
Things, you inject your own facts into a general situation of what we've told you about it. That's called embellishing the truth. Do you realize that? So you hit her with this shit every time in live chat.
No, she hit you. She hit you.
And she gets to the point where she...
Baja Blast, you psychos.
Just goes, I'm fucking done, and I'm not doing any content. That's where she's at. And I always have to mention the nice people. We know you're out there, and she knows you're out there. But the loudest cymbals, the loudest clanging cymbals, are the haters. I am the only entity on YouTube that's willing to do what I'm doing here in a video and stand up for her.
No, you're being stupid. You're being a little cow. Little cow go moo. Little cow go moo. That's what you're doing. You're being a cow right now. You're lying. You're not standing up for anything. She's in the next room. Come on, don't insult our intelligence.
There's not one person, not one, that watches her that's willing to do one video saying, this Shanny for Christ person, there's all kinds of crazy shit in videos about her, but I know her by DMs, private relationship.
And that right there, hold on, let me bring that up again. That right there is just a copy of the police department and on Facebook that has his name and that he has one warrant. It's going to get worse. You know why? Because they don't have money. You think, hold on. Come on, guys. Come on. Come with me on this Draven journey. Are you telling me that this idiot would sit on over $4,000 and not pay a $20 warrant? Well, then he's stupid. Then he's a riffraff. Then he's a ha-ha. And I'm glad that he has to clean that shit bucket every day.
And she's great. She's a great friend. She's a great person to talk to. Yeah, she is. That's the real Shanny.
Yeah.
She's awesome to talk to. That's
sure, if you're another guy and like she's sending you like her porno pictures and you're sexting, just like Chris just said, dumbass.
why I couldn't just like leave for good and not talk to her. No way. So yeah, we're talking, and she wanted me to relay a message to all of you that she's fucking done.
Sure.
She's done with your bullshit. And you're probably not going to get new content for who knows how long. Until she's like, well, I really, really want to do it again. Because when you're a YouTuber, you get a bug. It becomes part of who you are, doing what I'm doing here.
No, she gets bugs because she don't watch, because she's nasty. And she also gets flies. We see them flying around because, again, you guys have a bucket filled with feces. Animal and human. Just like the Colorado condo. Isn't this weird? Like, everything goes back to them. There's like, welcome to Rev and Shanny's. There's going to be some shit you're going to see that's human and animal. You're going to see some blood on the walls, some bong water on the floor, maybe some white powdery substance in the corner. Hey, it could be just, the sheetrock falling down, or it could be fucking coke. Who knows? Allegedly, right?
And Hollywood stars are trying to learn how to do it, but they're so nailed to a script. That's their mindset, is everything has to be on a piece of paper and me read to a camera. They really can't do this all that well. There's a few that do it well, but most of them don't do it well at all.
You do it so well off the cuff.
Leave her some encouraging comments on her posts or her videos, and maybe you'll see her come back. That's my suggestion. Until then, you're not even going to get a community post, because it doesn't even have to be a video for these trolls to come and troll her. It's just a community.
Good. Doesn't have to be a video for you guys to troll her. Well, you know what I say to that? Good. I salute you all for putting in a little extra effort to troll Big. Because, again, those kids, and not even those kids, lying about the religion, lying about the custody, lying about the SA and domestic. I mean, shit, Rev, a month ago, was it a month or two? I can't remember. I'm getting old-timers disease. I can't remember stuff. I don't remember where I put. So it took a minute for me to even start this video, because I'm like, where did my drink go? My lemonade. A month ago, you said that you had a thing happened and how awful it was for you, right, Rev? But the thing is, instead of me before I even responded to his alleged abuses that he now remembers, I asked people who know him. Because one thing to know about Rev is he has diarrhea of the mouth. He tells you his whole damn life story over and over and over again. And the people that know him very, very well say, that's never happened. When did that happen? Oh, well, his mom would have known about that. No one ever said that. He never said that. And it's just convenient, And again, if he was assaulted, whatever, as a minor, of course that would suck. But it's hard to believe them because they lie and grift about everything. Just like Shanny did that. You guys know that Shanny didn't graduate high school because she claimed that her high school principal and vice principal tried to do that to her. And I'm like, yeah, right. It's just, again, it's easy to say whatever around here when there's no physical evidence. When I'm talking like physical evidence, like a police report or his name in the warrant thing at the police department, like stuff like that.
Post. They will come in with their hate and just stack it in the post. You do it with me too. I'm just ignoring it. I don't read comments. I'm telling you, I'm being upfront with you. I don't read comments. I don't pay attention to a single audience member that I have, and I'm not gonna.
Dude, well, that sucks for you because my greatest thing doing this that makes this worth it is the audience engagement, reading your guys' comments. Because you know what? I feel like 90% of you all could do what I do. You guys are as funny, quick, with your jokes. You know, a lot of you guys like I play off your comments, and it's great. So I love reading the interaction. That is one of the highlights. I love to live stream. Videos are fun, you know, but like I have more balls to actually like do a live stream because I want to see what people are saying, and I play off that, and it's a fun time.
I'm going to do the
Sucks for
content
you,
that
man.
I want to do, and if you like me, you'll come to me and watch my shit.
Oh, watch and laugh.
That's
at
how
you.
it's going to be. Because I told you that there are so many of these little demons. It's like literally like you got to fight them off you, like jujitsu this shit off you. It's so disgusting, and I'm not
Those are the flies that are around Shanny because she don't bathe.
doing it. But I do want to do a channel because I have the YouTuber bug. I can't help it. It's something that has become part of me. So
Like warts.
that's my message for now. Shanny, in her mind, is she's done. She's just done. She still loves YouTube and wants to do YouTube, I'm sure. But until her audience comes to some kind of positivity, the honey rather than the vinegar, she ain't coming back. She's just not. The harassment's ridiculous, and that's it.
And when he says honey, he means like you know, like pizza flavored honey. If you could send a couple pizzas or something with some honey dipped on that.
And Maranatha, I'm doing a interview tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, with a great friend of mine from the past, and that will be uploaded, I don't know, maybe by 10 p.m. tonight? I don't know. It depends on processing the video and everything with YouTube servers and stuff like that, so I'm not sure. I'll let you know when it comes out, and you can take a look at it, and all you piece of shit trolls will put all those disgusting comments there, and honestly, I could give a shit less. I don't give a shit what you say.
Then do a live.
I'm going to do my content, and the Christians, the actual Christians that are around, will eventually sniff my content and go, oh, okay, this is the guy from 2012. It's not the guy from 2017 or 2018 or 2020 when I've been wrapped up with this stupidity that did change me. But I'm trying to go back to what I used to be. And part of that is wanting to get back with Shanny, too, because Shanny really loved the old Rev News. That's who she fell in love with, actually, what I was. And that what I was a...
Dude, she fell in love with your money, and the only thing people are sniffing is Shanny. Just like every time you guys would go to the store, they would smell you guys before you even walked into the store.
I was very innocent and very focused on Jesus all the time. And I'm slowly but surely walking to that point, and I'm almost there, I think. But I'm just wiser now with this trolling stuff. I'm not giving you the authority in my life to get to my mental health. So I'm going to do my content like I used to do. And that is pre-recorded videos of whatever I want to talk about. And if you're not into that kind of content, well, guess what? There's plenty of other channels out there. Stop watching me. Peace out.
Again, I don't understand the whole, I got pre-recorded. I mean, dude, like, give me a break. You are such a little wuss. Like, who cares? Just don't look at the chat. But you see, they're narcissists. All right, let's watch some of this. Like, I can. When they start talking about crazy stuff.
Wait, no.
And don't get me wrong, like I believe in some crazy stuff. But I just feel like with Jason, he's so impressionable. That's my issue with him. All right, let's check this out, guys. He's like, oh, look, he got hit. He had the stream already. He has his Diet Pepsi. You know, that's even weird, folks. It's a body dysmorphic, in my opinion, type of weird situation where Shanny's fat, but Jason doesn't want to be fat, so he'll drink the diet and barely eat. And so, you know what? Maybe that rumor is true. He's just trying to fatten her up.
Or during my time as what I did, the YouTube. Welcome, folks. And tonight, I am extremely blessed and highly favored of Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach, because I am joined by one of my favorite people that I've ever talked to in my life, let alone in the truth community or during my time as what I did, you know.
And I'll say this. I'll let him talk. If Shanny really was not there, he would have had her on the stream as well. Period. He would have, because and then that's how they are, and that's how you know that she's still there. But I guess she probably knew that this was happening, so she's like, "You gotta be quiet."
The YouTube deal, and I had a Blog Talk Radio show with Philip Kirshner, and Stan was always such a great guest. So I want to go do him right now. Absolutely incredible to have you on, Stan, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart because you're the first and only truther out there that has actually chatted me back and willing to do a show. So how have you been?
Zoom?
Well, I guess since the last time we've had, the weather, the snow,
This guy's
the heat
got
we've got now. We've had crazy
soft,
weather.
sexy voice.
So yeah, I'm fine. We've weathered, the changes in the climate, which are really not typical for this time of year. I don't know what's happening.
And that, you know what? Because I'm an old man, I still use like paper, so I jotted down some general things we could talk about, and I could talk to you for 16 hours straight. So
Please, no.
you're welcome to do as long as you want, Stan. When you're ready to say I'm done, that's great with me. Okay?
All right. Well, let's just answer your questions. I mean, let's
Okay.
start there.
Gotcha. Okay. So my first thing always, because you're well known for this.
Oh yeah, that's a great.
You
That's a
monitor
great.
Earth changes.
I love that show.
So my question to you is, where are we at in terms of the climate? Is it just like so far gone that we're done? Is it just the sun doing its thing? What's going on with our Earth as you see it?
Well, there are a number of things happening. The magnetic poles, there are 3 pairs of them, 3
Oh,
north
he's
south pairs
using
inside our planet that are fighting.
This is a male.
That's an old video.
This is a male.
Thank you for the too. Okay, yeah, because I'm like, what is that? I didn't know if it was either Skype or Zoom.
The major compass bearings. And so because of that, we're also
I was gonna
looking
move
at
him up a
the
little bit.
there's a little tiny hole or dent there. And the north, that hole, which I think was the original North Pole before that meteorite hit.
He
the
has
Earth
no
in
idea what the
ocean
hell
about
this guy's saying.
2345 BC, I think it was. And because of that,
Let me get you in the shot.
we're seeing changes in the electromagnetics and in the current flow, the current flow in the telluric or earth currents. These direct thunderstorms, and we're seeing storms and rain and flooding and tsunamis in areas that we don't normally see them. And certainly, I have my suspicions about the cyclones that hit Florida and North Carolina, and the Georgia area there in the last 3 months. These things have been directed. I don't think they were created by men, but I think it could be directed or steered once they start by heating up areas in front of the eye of the storm, so it moves to that heated area. Anyway.
Yeah, and that's on record, right? The government has absolutely brought out documents saying that that's something they do, right?
Oh, well, it started as early as 1977 or 78, I think, where the United States and Russia were negotiating treaties to ban weather warfare between their countries. Now, since then we know that.
And I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to do what he used to do, but because there's so much drama of this Shanny crap in his life and his past and even his current warrant, he cannot help himself.
Like
I love
that. Out communicating with each other, it produces say China trying to hit and spreading coal dust over the snowfields.
This guy loves to hear himself
these
talk.
Things,
that I would say sounds sort of bleak, Stan.
Well, it is, but they'll stop. Eventually, they'll stop. This is warfare, hitting our crop production, and then the TikTok thing from China. I mean, it's hitting our information sources, so they can't be trusted. It's confusing to the Americans and to other people watching our internet stuff.
Wow. Okay. How do you feel? One of my questions that I'll because next bullet point I had is Trump's second term. So I don't know where you stand with the Trump thing. I got off the train at 2020. That's just me. How are you feeling about him?
You got off the Trump train?
Yeah.
He's in the White House.
Look, I got with a girl, and she's Shanny for Christ on YouTube, and she has all kinds of crazy Satanists that follow her.
see, it was he was okay, and then he's like, well, I got with a girl. Yeah, you got with a big that stole all his money, dude. He stole all his money. If you know this riffraff man, and he's your friend, you should tell him to get help. Actually, you should call him out for calling himself a fucking reverend when he's the actual Satanist, in my opinion. Child abuser. He's got a warrant for his arrest. But yeah, go ahead, Stan.
And that's where I've been all these 7 years. I was away, Stan, because I've been harassed by Satanists, and it really destroyed my life. But I think I got probably a lot more liberal with the way I feel about, like, I really feel that love and compassion is mainly what Yeshua represents.
Yo, Rev, she peed all over your face, and you said, "Hey, you can't." What'd you say? Is that what I call squirt or something about squirt? You got a lot liberal. She peed in your mouth. And that's okay for people who like that, but like, what a sight to behold.
And when I see the hate on trans people and gays and all this, it kind of got me in a different mindset, I believe. And I was living out in Colorado. My God, I should have set up a meeting with you, Stan, but I was out there, and I got pretty liberal because I was living in like Boulder and Westminster. So,
oh, good Lord, that's a liberal hotbed here.
It absolutely is. So
yeah, he was just Dude was so high, he was just in the corner, not moving, with a sweater on. Shanny's dancing around with that fucking pod dress. I'll definitely say that. I'll take a liberal for 500, Alex.
I kind of have changed a little bit.
That's okay.
You think that Trump is legit. You think that the way he wants to take this country is where the Patriots should want it.
In most things, I've had dealings. My company has with Tom Homan, who relayed messages back to President Trump. He was out of office at the time, and our company over in Kansas makes EMP shields for protecting from EMP attacks and from EMP pulses from the sun. So I got a little bit of a feel for the man behind the scenes, and let me put it this way: if it were him or the wackos on the left that we had in this election, I would definitely go with Trump. It's at least a start. It can't fix everything, but it's a start. And am I naive enough to think that he's perfect? No, he's a human. He's going to make mistakes, and so are his cabinet appointments and other things. But
yes,
it is a chance to start. Now I'm concerned, as are several other people that support President Trump, about what's going to happen when he makes some of these changes, or his ours do, or whatever. Unemployment may certainly go up in the government sector, where they're getting rid of millions of people, and they say they're going to do it in a respectful manner. But when you get your income cut off, you're going to be looking for work or income, or unemployment, or something.
Yeah.
So
Stan the man. Do you know that this riffraff you're talking to, he doesn't have a job. Like, I love that. It's like he thinks he's talking to like an actual guy that's like working all day, slaving over, all day, and helping out his big girlfriend, and washing down her folds and stuff, and bringing home the food and stuff. He ain't doing shit. I just think it's hilarious.
they're going to have to deal with this issue, and certainly I don't even profess to have an idea of how to solve the United States right now. It's in such a mess. But we've been under attack for like 45 to 50 years. It's a communist overthrow in slow motion.
Right.
That's their game plan. Hit our educational facilities, hit our religions, hit our taxation, blackmail and control members of the House and of the Senate. So these are all out of the playbook, from the days of the early communist revolution. You divide and conquer, and we're certainly divided now.
Oh,
it is a terrible time. We're open to invasion by Russia, China, even Iran.
The border, right? The border.
And the border, the cartels. Now, one thing that will limit the cartels and a lot of, then you can track all of these, bad guys, these bad actors, because they're spending money as digital. You see where it came from, who's going to, and where they're amalgamated. Now, that's nice, and I think that's a clever idea. Except it then gives the government at this moment the control to watch everything we do, every one of us, what we buy, what we sell. And this is fine if you have Jesus Christ, perfect being at the head of it. If you don't, you have a human. I wouldn't even trust myself.
What cell phones did they get? Were they iPhones or Androids? Because that looks like that would be for like an iPhone. That what is that? I'm going damn blind. It looks like headphones, wired.
The head of this with such power, you're going to make mistakes that hurt.
Right. I'm sure you've heard of this, Stan. That the microchips in our, what do they call it? They have microchips that are embedded, I think, in the labels of food. And in the future, they want your refrigerator to scan that to see what you're eating, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my refrigerator, it's only about 2 or 3 years old. It talks to me, and I can get feedback on the internet from the state of the pump and that kind of junk. But we are gradually, being turned into 1984 a little bit late. Newspeak, if you just watch the White House press briefings, what's her name, Jean-Pierre or whatever, she uses words that are like word salad, worse than what Kamala was using. And, she says, the president wrestled with whether to make this up.
See, Rev's problem is he'll pick a political party and then he'll get so invested into it. And it's okay to pick or prefer a party, but I feel like to be so far involved in anything where you're buying like the merchandise and he has a he has like a trump card or whatever the hell he still has. Like I think he goes too much. Same thing with Alex Jones. He was buying all the rebel rousers and stuff like that. Like that's how he feels. Like now I'm in their inner circle. And he does that with people. He does that with YouTubers. He does that with political people. He does that with anybody in his life. So that's probably sucks for him now that he's so damn broke that he can't just throw money around.
Appointment, to remove the charges that Trump campaign, the Trump plan, a chance.
Absolutely.
But I know it's going to be difficult.
Yeah. Stan, how do you feel about
Child
the Mideast
abuse.
peace process where we are at in the Middle East? Because it seems like it's exploding right now into activity. What do you think is going down?
Well, I watched an interview, probably.
Hey Stan, what do you think about fat women shitting in buckets and pretending not to be living in my front of my house?
6 or 7 months ago with Jared Kushner, President Trump's son-in-law. Now, he and Prince Mohammed bin Salman have gotten together to form a business pact over there. I mean, he's given $1 or $2 billion into Kushner's investment fund in the Middle East to set up, businesses and plans to help countries in the Arab nations that will join them in a consortium of about 40 nations in the Middle East. Now, Jared Kushner, his original name was Berkowitz. One or two people back, I think his great-grandfather was a Berkowitz. And I've tracked them, from the names they've used and from the names they were given, all the way back through Iran and possibly across the desert over into northern Israel, a long time ago. Anyway, I have my eye on him and on the.
You've done. I'm sorry, Stan. Just want to say you've done like genealogy on Kushner.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Interesting.
Well, it's a hard slug to get the truth, but they landed on Ellis Island. That's Berkowitz, and became Kushner. Now, Kush, Kush, means it's an Iranian name. The land of Kush. There was the northern Kush, and then there was the southern Kush, which was Cush, which were the Negro population in Northeast Africa. But they're two different Kushes. The Kush group, if you look on a map and look at the names of the towns in Iran and around the border, you will see they are all derivatives of the name Kush, Kosh, Kesh. They are from the descendants from the Ark. And
wow. Well, yeah, we all are, right, at some extent, right?
Well, they say that. I think there's been some kind of an interjection in the middle of all that. But
do you think so? That's very interesting to go there.
Well, look, I know that we've been having crossbreeding before the flood, and the flood didn't get everybody. There were survivors of the flood.
True.
And I point to the giants written about in the Bible in the land of Israel and Canaan, before Israel took it over.
The Raphaim, the Zemzamim, Anakim.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Og, the king of Bashan, I mean, his bed was, 12 feet long or something?
That's right. Yeah.
And these were on the western edge of what was called Atlantis before the flood. And the flood was an interesting thing. When you look at the things that happened during the flood in the Bible, they say that the fountains of the deep were broken up. Well, that was the crust of the earth was broken up, and hot water came up. If you read in the Hebrew, the fountains of the deep were hot. They came up from the cracked crust of the earth. And
that was
understand
Shanny.
that at that time we didn't have clouds, no rainbows. We had moisture in the air, but it wasn't condensing into clouds.
Right.
God, really? How many of you? Oh God. Let me see some of these. Let's see some of these comments, because this is just like, oh my God, put me to sleep. Time to make sure this man knows the truth about these two. Exactly. At 57:14, my girl, the girl that I am with, we're separated right now. Had to cover that up real quick, huh? So you lying to this man of God, Jason? Busted once again. Oh my God.
Dun, dun, dun.
Like, come on, Rev. Like, that's like, this is your actual friend, right? Not like, no cap, like an actual friend, and you're just lying to him about this dumb grift that you and Shanny are doing. Like, it's so pathetic. You should ask if he thinks using God and cancer to scam money is something that he supports. So again, where is the lies? I see valid questions. I mean, I've seen people, like, Rev, your girlfriend's fat, like that would be like a troll thing, or where is it?
That's a huge bitch.
But like, people are like, You know, hey, number one, clean up your freaking area, Mr. Professional, before going on camera. Two, proves the point. Oh, I'm only halfway through this ridiculous back and forth. Three things. Okay, two, proves the point. He knows nothing about what you've done. Yep, exactly. That's what I just said. The last few years, if he doesn't even know about Big Big, and okay, so we'll read the three. Stop trying to one up people and interrupt them every freaking sentence. So yeah, that's Rev. That alone, that one was cringeworthy. Every other sentence you were stopping Stan, so you could add your thoughts. Yeah, because he doesn't know what he's talking about. You know, because he has no idea what the hell this dude is talking about. And you're telling me he had a blog, he had a radio show with him? You know, I mean, like Rev said before, he's a different person. He definitely is. Pulling alcohol away from him and not going into a rehab messed his brain up permanently. And he should have done something about that. Went to some sort of rehab to gradually take him off. I think, you know, he is mentally stunted forever. But let's continue.
The firmament.
Oh,
digital solutions and approximations, and it now made it possible to run solutions for the universe using, supercomputers to do all the calculations that normally would take us generations to do. But it is a fluid out there, and whether the water's above and the water's below, if that's what it's meaning, I don't know.
Right.
Was it meaning the water's in the atmosphere versus the water's below the crust of the Earth? Because we have a whole layer of water in what's called the MOHO discontinuity, just right under the surface. It's about between 5 and 15 miles deep, depending on where you are on the planet.
And this guy, hold on, let me look at that. Oh, it doesn't really show his. I was seeing if it showed like how many views he actually gets. I mean, he got 21,000. But the thing is, like, I'm surprised he doesn't say, "Hey, what's why you look like that? Like, what's up with your hair? Like, why, like, you look less like a reverend and more like a dirty hippie."
Under the surface, it's about between 5 and 15 miles deep, depending on where you are on the planet. But it hit the Earth in the middle of what is today kind of the Indian Ocean. And I found the impact zone, and I found where it pushed what was India then, the surface of the Earth, there, the crust. When that asteroid hit us, we were 75% smaller. The diameter of our planet was less. As a result, even though we had all this mass here, it was condensed down into a smaller ball. The force of gravity.
Why doesn't Rev have his green screen? He could have like a whole nice setup, like what this guy's doing. Like this guy, at least, like he's got the light on. He's got like the green screen. Rev has all these things. He just doesn't do them. He's just friggin' lazy. Even Big Shanny's doing green screen now because people have been calling her out about the drapes in the next room.
On the surface of the Earth was 40%, right, 60% more.
For them on that. Like, where do you see them going?
Are you familiar with my whole thesis in Cosmic Conspiracy book?
You know what? I think you should give a primer, definitely. Well, if you want to, that's up to you.
Well, I'm not trying to sell my book. We only have a few copies left anyway. But
I've been advertising you already. I want people to support you, brother.
Well, that's okay. I appreciate that. But understand that my objective has not ever been to make money. My objective has been to share what I've been shown by the good Lord and allowed to discover.
That's the big difference between them
Garden
two.
of Eden. There are now a lot of people coming out officially and saying, yeah, he's right. It's all the clues. And I visited the tribes that have been preserving the Garden of Eden over in Tanzania, talked with their wise men and had a translator to translate between us in the languages. And they tell you that for like 50 or 60 generations, they have been keeping the Garden of Eden safe. They've been holding ceremonies there every year.
Because I used to do a show with Steve Danoon, and he had knowledge in terms of like the Jewish understanding of things. And he always...
You know what? I think I figured it out. But Rev failed. But this is what I think he was trying to do by doing a pre-recording of this stupid interview. So people would be like, hey, Stan, hey, right here. I'm a random viewer. Do you know this guy here is a child abuser? He beat up his girlfriend's kid in a car. We have videos of it. And then she's pretending not to live there. And she poops in a bucket because she's just lazy. And this guy doesn't do fuck all for money. Besides, like, make these dumb videos. And, of course, he'd be like, no, I had no idea. Because he said he hasn't talked to him in like 7 years. But what if, and I'm not telling him, right, I can't control people, but like, let's just say, hypothetically, You saw his YouTube channel, right? Hypothetically, people could go to said Stan Diego YouTube channel and be like, "Yo, Stanny boy, do you know your riffraff friend Rev likes to beat up kids and he has a warrant for his arrest?" I mean, and it'd be like, "Yeah, we have like proof for like if you ever need some sort of like clarification like of what he's doing." And then just see what he has to say. I mean, he showed his email, or not his email, he showed his YouTube channel. And then maybe Rev won't get many interviews anymore with old Stanny.
Is said the creation of Adam, right there in Eve in the beginning, it's Ish and Isha.
Okay.
On the circular layer. And fig trees grew out of it. Fig trees, okay? That, Eve made the fig leaves, that's where she got them.
Wow.
Elsewhere in the whole valley,
Whoa,
the whole crater, there are other large fig trees all around the place. And the kings of the Toga and the Masai, they've buried their chiefs there.
Hey, Rev, why don't you say, hey, I have a big girlfriend in the next room. Guess what, Stanny? She was anointed by God. Yeah, touched on her forehead. Some of these Satanist trolls think that it's a wart, but that's what they know. No, God came down from heaven and touched her on the wart forehead and said, "You're my anointed." And you know what? You're my mafia boss, and I'll take down your enemies because I'm God, and that's how religion works. You should tell Stan about all of that. You should tell them that who is he again? Megatron, Sandalphon, and is she Magneto? I forget. So she's Magneto and he's like Sandalphon. Oh no, he's Revlon.
In the southern part of the crater, and they're
blowing my mind again, Stan. Like.
Well, I'm running on. I'm kind of going down rabbit holes, but
it's incredible.
When we stood there, the guards and the other people that were in the safari, people at Finance, the young couple, we were all standing there at one point that morning, and everything got quiet, and we just kind of looked at each other and looked out over 100 square miles of the Garden of Eden and said,
It's like messed with our DNA. Do you believe that?
Well, the Bible does speak about Satan being like a snake, a reptilian. Reports, when I worked with Dr. Teller's group down in Australia, we were back engineering a lot of stuff in anti-gravity. Although I never met the quote-unquote aliens that we were dealing with there. Well, but I might have one time, some ones that look like Nordics. We were told that their skin, if you get them in the sunlight and press on it, the skin makes like an oil slick rainbow, in the sun. It's rainbow, it's from their scales. And they do have a reptilian DNA in them. Now, again,
dude, I'd make that face.
I may have been introduced to one couple that were assigned to the United Nations, and they were a man-woman team that were tall. And, with the descriptions of Nordics. And they gave me a creepy feeling like I was a canary in a cage with a door when they were the cat. I mean, it's a weird feeling. Anyway, yeah. Okay, these beings have been monitoring humankind and been interfering with humankind against the orders of the Creator.
Oh. Truth really, Tricia. Sandalphon. Yeah, Sandalphon was Shelly. Shanny. Thanks to the two. Yeah, what was his Manhattan, Megatron? There was Sandalphon and there was another one. Yeah, God's Anointed. I would just love to see old Stanny be like, well, have you considered talking to somebody? Belief is fine. People can believe in whatever they want. But I think when you think you're like an angel of the Lord or something like that, you clearly have mental problems. This guy's scribbling on he's scribbling in the Bible, like his own version. Oh yeah, and by the way, for anybody, last year I was giving it out, especially around Christmas time. Every Christmas I used to make sure everyone has a copy of Rev's really bad book, the Taranto Saga. Let me know in the chat if you want your own copy. I can email you for free, of course, for being a loyal viewer of mine. Everyone can get a free copy of Rev's the Tanto Saga. Spoiler: it's awful. It looks like a 5-year-old wrote it. Like it's shit. But I'm happy to give it to you for free.
Of our universe.
It's only $3 anyway,
and
on Kindle.
They're down here trying to win the battle. They're going to fight the battle here.
Okay,
they were
Rainey,
fighting in the heavens where God dwells. They rebelled there. They're cast down here. And so they're using Earth's resources. They're using humans to develop these
have a
supplies
good
and
one,
manufacturing equipment to make
Soren.
the weapons
for
that
hanging.
they need to fight Jesus when he comes down here for the Armageddon battle.
Make sure you watch the
And that
replay
was what
later
Dr.
if you
Teller's
can.
team, that's what we were running into, was all of them. And they made deals with them in the early 50s to get technology in exchange for various other things, mainly human samples for DNA testing.
Jeez.
Now, these UAPs...
Stan, yo, guys, you don't know. When Stan is at the bar, he is a pussy magnet. All he's got to do is talk about this stuff, and the women come lining up. Rev just wants to be this guy. Oh, I'm playing Stan. Don't let them baby blues get upset.
become to get to the raw resources, the minerals.
See, Stan, I'm really glad this comes up, because I believe that there's even believers, there's Christians that believe that there are like benevolent aliens. And I don't know if that, do you think any of them besides like Michael, and the archangels, those beings, there's no benevolent, right? Do we see them anymore? Like,
I'll give my opinion on that. I don't care what anybody thinks. This is my opinion, and it's been like this 20 years. If aliens are out there, they're two things. They're either two things, in my opinion. Us from the future, or they're demons. That's my feeling about that. So,
do they exist to our reality at this point? Do you understand what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, and I don't know the mind of God or the purpose of what he's doing with these beings, but are they here to monitor?
Yo, Carrie, how are you able to watch Stan the Man and this dude? I mean, like he really knows how to put people to sleep. Fuck me.
To help us, I think that these well-known angels are here, or at least can come here back and forth. The gateway between the universes. But I don't think the average person is going to run into them. When you pray, or when people pray in the time of crisis, does a being appear to them? Well, I had a lady across the street from me in Perth, I lived there, and she was in a bright white angelic being appeared there, and she thought it was Jesus. Now, can they appear and talk to us, communicate with us? I think they can. But when they are walking around in human bodies and say, I'm an angel, I'd be very cautious of that. I would say...
You see, why doesn't Rev go, well, you know what? I mean, my girlfriend, if she was here, well, she's not, but if she was, but she could be, she could tell you the story of how, that she got anointed by God. So one thing is, she always said that shit, but she never actually, in 2015, I was anointed. God touched my wart forehead and then said, this is not a wart. This is my anointance. Like, she never actually gave a timeline of when she was anointed by God. And again, it's bugging me that Sandalphon and Megatron, Sandalphon and something Marathon. I can't. It's like, I hate getting old. But, and guys, let me know in the comments if you know the other name. It's Sandalphon and something.
Okay, I challenge you, in the name of Jesus Christ, are you a real being from the God in heaven? Are you who you say you are? Can you tell the truth? Are you evil? I would question them.
I think the place they're busted is specifically, like, you want to talk about the Greys, like when you call on Jesus, because they give these feelings of like sleep paralysis, I'd say, right? Because have you ever had sleep paralysis, Stan?
Yes, once.
Once?
Yeah.
That's some
scared the
freaky
heck
stuff.
out of me, I gotta tell you.
Me too. Because
you know what? And by the way, in all fairness, me too. I think I got it from my father, even though he was like, I don't know what that is. I found it years later. Okay. Yeah, I think I get that. When people get mad at me, I think I get that BS from my father, because I get mad at him because I'll ask him a question and he'll just lie to my face, and then 10 years later I'll be like, oh yeah, I get that. Sometimes you just wiggle your big toe. I thought there was a ghost in the room, and I'm like, fuck, man, asshole, make me feel like I'm crazy. Yeah, sleep paralysis can be scary, but I feel like it has to do with different situations. I know all of us people who have sleep apnea or can't sleep experience it a lot more, because the brain basically is still showing pictures, you're in the dream cycle when you're actually awake, and that's why it's so freaky.
I was trying to say Jesus in my mouth and I could not speak.
Thank you.
Then when I woke up that morning, Stan, I looked on my floor and there were these little wet footprints. It gives me chills to this day, man.
I didn't see footprints in my encounter, but it happened back in Dallas before I'd actually started being a born-again believer. I knew about the Bible and that kind of stuff, but I hadn't really signed on, digging and peeping. And my nightstand had my pistol there, steps from upstairs in the house.
Oh, right. I can tell you about
horns.
pistols.
It had horns, and it was dark. And I got to get my gun, and I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. I was absolutely scared to death. And I don't remember what happened other than I woke up the next morning, and it wasn't there. There weren't footprints or anything, but I knew what I'd experienced, and it was scary.
There's absolutely no doubt about that, because I've had it a few times, and it's one of the most terrifying things that you can experience, especially as a believer, that you're saying in your heart, say Jesus, and you can't say it. So for me, I thought it, and I felt my body go right back into my bed, and I was okay.
Right.
But, yeah.
All right, I think I'm going to just palate cleanse this because this is just insane, insanely boring, and it's like, I don't know. I think he did that on purpose, to troll people. But let's go and watch funny Shanny one. Since Shanny doesn't want to be around, well, we'll make her be around. There's always enough Shanny, and thank God for that.
I have gotten really, 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 really bad news. And all I can say is this. You really don't want to tempt me and bring out the fire in me. Because when that fire comes out in me, it's going to be unquenchable. So you really, really might think ahead before releasing it. Because, see, I was created in flames by the Lord.
There we go.
And that fire within me that I was born with has been inside me.
Like warts. And the thing is, if this was something that she always believed all her life, then you could be like, okay, you believe that. But this is a grift. Like Sylvia Brown, how that person grifted that she was like some psychic, and then she didn't know a damn thing. It's like that. She was an atheist until she saw that Rev had $750,000, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, I see the light. Praise Jeebus, and it's so insulting to see her face, she can't help but have that stupid smirk because she's lying, and that's good for everyone to know, because this leopard has not lost her spots or warts. And when you see her make her next video, you'll notice that she makes that crooked smile when she's lying.
Being contained for my whole life. But when it's released, when it's actually released,
yeah, now it's released.
You're not going to like the consequences.
I bet I won't.
Now, God gave this fire in me for a reason. God gave this fire in me because it's powerful. It's from Him. It has nothing to do with me. It's for His duty, His power. But you really don't want to tempt into releasing it.
Yo, how do you freeze like a guinea pig? That is like one of the worst things ever. When people have what I call like any pet besides like a dog and a cat, I consider like exotic. Like I have a bird. Well, my kid has a bird, and that's an exotic pet. Like you got to learn a little bit more about the animal, especially if it's laying freaking eggs and it wants to play snake bird when he goes near you and like, dude, I don't want your freaking eggs. I don't care about your 14 eggs that you're laying on. Never going to, they're never going to hatch, and stop rubbing up against the cage every once in a while. It's weird, but hey, it's an evolved animal. Everything comes out of one hole. But anyway, like an animal like a guinea pig, like I don't understand. Like how does that happen where it froze to death? And again, another tragedy for those kids that had to deal with a dead animal. And, it's in a lot of people's opinions that maybe Shanny ate that guinea pig. You have to understand, they were going through some hard times, folks. Hard times, and Big needs to eat.
Because this is not my fire I'm holding within my body. This is God's fire. Something you could never
thank you.
possibly
I'm
comprehend.
gonna go. I'm gonna look. I appreciate you. Thanks.
Because I've only seen a taste of it.
Jeez, that noise.
And the power. So really, do not tempt me to release the fire.
Release it.
Because nothing will come good of it.
All right, here. Let's switch this up. That's still a funny one, but yeah. Let's because I am waiting to have what do you call it, Shanny come back. I'm sure in the next week or two. I mean, it's been 2 weeks. Usually, I would say the next week or two.
King Cobra JFS is a 6-foot-tall goth YouTube celery from Casper, Wyoming, who has spent several years being patriotic. His fascination with the occult and Satanism has put him in many scary situations, all of which have been caught on camera.
Number 15.
If you like this video, make sure to comment. Make the white stuff come out again. And enjoy. Number 5, Bug Burrito. The last thing that you want on your bacon ranch, bacon spam, spicy fish, Taco Bell stuffed chimichanga is somebody's cockroaches. But if you're goth as fuck and go against the grain, you won't give a shit.
We'll try it here in a second. Just wanted to give you a close-up of the goods.
On the right side of his poop-encrusted fingernail, you can clearly see what looks like some sort of cockroach or parasite. And the fact that he can't see it really bugs me.
Ew. Oh my god. Dude, I thought he was kidding. Oh my god, let me see that again. Oh, what is up with these cows and just uncleanliness, not washing their body, bugs everywhere. Ugh. No wonder I now smell like Wendy's. Fuck, man, no standards. These people. It's like Gordon Ramsay. Where's the standards? Where's the standards? Ooh, nasty.
I've been munching out on this here burrito.
Oh, Jesus, fucking oh my god. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Carrie. Now I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick. He's gonna take a bite of that.
Delicious, spicy, packed with protein and calories and greasy love.
No.
That's what she said. Number 4, the Grimace Shake. After a long, hard day of making wands and watching Terrence Pop videos, Cobes decided to try out the new viral Grimace Shake. What happens next is truly terrifying.
The shake's tasty, yo. Sweet, creamy.
Chills I love when people do a Chills one. So Chills and Boglum is right up my alley. Yo, I had those pants. Never mind.
Number 3, Sean.
God cannot help you right now.
Oh.
That's what this show is all about. It's about the creepiness.
Yo,
Sean is a possessed.
yeah, yeah. I shouldn't even say. People. There's a lot of people out there. I'll just say that really don't like ventriloquist dummies. I think it's the whole uncanny valley thing, but like it's just like it freaks the fuck out of them. I love they put an Ozzy shirt on the guy. Yo, you guys seen From? It's like Jasper. And if any of you out there haven't watched From is the best TV show on television right now. You gotta watch From. It's on MGM Plus, and you can also sell the high seas are. So, do what you gotta do to watch From. From is an amazing show. We're up to like 3 seasons now with a 4th one coming next year.
Charlie McCarthy dummy imbued with dark magic. Once you put your hand up his ass, you're not controlling him. He's controlling you. He knows your darkest secrets and your truest
He's
fears.
like the Wizarding Hat.
Thanks, Sky God, that Cobra's necromancy keeps him in check.
I want to bust a cap in your ass. Oh, you're gonna bust in my ass? You dirty. Fucking. Comments like that, you little smart fucker.
Yeah, Rev's hair's gonna fall.
Satan,
Like that.
my dark powers command this dummy. Bring him back from the dead. I'm just joshing you, you fucking jack off. Jeez. But Cobra, go fuck yourself. I might just fuck myself when I get off stream, Sean. Have a good masturbation session, yeah? That's because it's the only thing you can get. Oh my god, you little fucking... I swear to... One more time, Sean. I'm pissing you off. Try me, motherfucker.
He's actually not bad at the ventriloquist stuff.
You don't got the balls to pull the trigger, pussy.
I mean, I'll give him that. See, that's the thing. I could give credit where credit's due. Like he's actually doing pretty good at not moving his mouth. I mean, it's he needs some practice, but you could tell he's been practicing that a lot. Cobes is strange, but I will give him this. He doesn't have to do anything like what Rev is doing. Like he's able to take care of himself. And you know what? For that, he's better than Rev. But still a cow.
Oh my god, I'm like literally wasting my magic to bring this shit fucker back from the grave. I swear to God. Fucking necromancy magic. Well, it is Halloween. Sean, you're ruining the bit. What? Oh my god. Little puppets, I call upon my satanic powers to bring Sean back from the dead.
Call upon your satanic powers to bring some hair back.
I will eat your soul.
Number 2, Skinwalker Jeremy. In August of 2023, a pale man emerged from the bedroom of King Cobra. He looked strange, like some sort of cryptid or skinwalker. He stared at Cobra like he was a piece of meat, but possibly they had already eaten each other's meat.
Oh, thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. Hey, Carrie, by the way, I know you and Michael have a channel. Did you hear about this new thing with like gifts and jewels or something like that? Like I got some notification on my YouTube studio like, oh, you should encourage people to get jewels. I guess it's like this, they're making YouTube more like Twitch. I really don't know much about it. I just know that like you could turn on gifts, and then once you turn on gifts, you can like hand out jewels or something.
Pause. Look at that ominous man standing there ominously. His legs look like a grasshopper.
It's like in his underwear.
I wouldn't want that man in my living room. I think that if Cobra wouldn't have been live, that would have been curtains for him. And Rasta Jeremy would have eaten his soul and wore his skin.
Yeah, this is definitely weird though. I mean, this dude with the hairy navel, whatever. Am I saying that right? The hairy belly button, Mr. Love Trail. Like, why is he there in his underwear? I'm like, dude, this is kind of weird. Just like slightly out of frame.
And in some sort of blood ritual.
Ugh. Stand back up.
Before we go live again? What about the pants you had that you came in here with? I dare not. I don't have any, dude. I've been wearing those things for like, Jesus Christ, 3 weeks now. I wore my pants for a lot longer than that, dude. Sorry. We're live right now, by the way.
Hey, dude's like half naked. Fucking crackheads.
I'm just fine, thank you for asking.
I wonder if this guy got turned with Nal too.
I think I need new pants after watching this.
I need a tan.
Jeez.
We both do.
He definitely saw Cobra naked.
Some weird performance.
Number 1, Haunted Wendussy. If this creature shows up with alcohol, don't let it in. It will never shut the fuck up, even if you're watching Tombstone or it's giving you head. I truly believe that it is the cryptid from Virginia folklore known as a snallygaster, which is basically a sicko lizard thing that abducts children, so it sounds pretty on point. Like, seriously, look at that neck and tell me that's human.
What is this?
I've never seen someone that spends so many hours a day in the shower look so disgusting.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember when this happened, and people were like, "Oh my God, how can you stream about this?" It's like, how? The better question is, how can this person do this? Is this a cry for help? Oh my God.
I'm washing my face! What am I doing? What am I doing?
Yeah, she's definitely cryptid.
You're fucking cussing at me! I'm almost done with my fucking shower! What have I done to you? I'm trying to wash my face!
When did you figure it out that I'm not Josh? Do I look like Josh?
Like, I seriously hate to... I hate to be mean, but like, she doesn't look human. Like, I know what this guy's going with this. Like, she looks like a friggin' monster. Like, you could see her like in a monster movie. You'd be like, whoa, that is some impressive ass CGI or makeup. Oh my God, that thing looks gross.
The moral of the story is, don't put your wand in a melted candle, woman.
Oh, thank you. That was good. Oh, yeah, she is something else. All right, let's go back to that other one about having the fire release. That's not that long. Always miss me a little bit, Shanny.
And I've known this part of me for a really long time about my fire within me.
No, she's trying to be sexy now.
Because I was born from flames.
Yeah.
I wasn't born in water like people. I was born within the flames. This furnace.
Ew.
Is contained within me. You don't want that.
There,
out in the world.
I let it out for you.
It'll hurt you. And I am seeing, truly, what the devil is trying to do right now.
Yeah, that was
Because
funny.
right now, the devil is attacking my friends.
Thank you.
And I don't appreciate my friends being attacked. Because I get very, 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 very defensive. Because my friends mean everything to me. I give all my money up for a friend.
I mean, like, I get, like, people, we get older, we age, right? But, like, you could tell she's not bathing. She doesn't look right. Like, she, at least back at this time, she would wash and she would use, like, like face creams and stuff like that, like making an attempt. But it's like night and day. And this was not that long. This is only like a couple years.
But know this. When the fire is finally released, and it's finally out me, and I can finally get my rest.
Yeah, you got it now.
I will be waiting, and waiting to see where you go. Because truly, I do not know who you belong to, but you are acting like the devil. Straight accusatory, accusing of the brethren. Threatening, intimidating, mad, anger. There's no spirit in you. It's all flesh. It's all anger and rage. There's no holiness in that. There's no holiness when you're trying to put a human down. Because Jesus Christ told us to love each other. But Jesus Christ also told us to avoid those who use and abuse. So I'm going to listen to him over that too, if you like it or not. And I think people can pretty much see how abusive you are with your language toward me. It doesn't take a genius to see that. To which I know you were never my friend to begin with. You were always my enemy, always looking to see what you can devour. But,
like food.
Luck have it, I am the female Job. I am the crying prophetess. I have lost everything 3 times and gained back more than abundance.
And now you have nothing.
I have nothing to live for. And I have no one to influence me save Jesus Christ.
Yo, this is when she still had the kids. Just saying. This is when she still had her whole family, the money, everything. And she was already pulling that shit, and she has nothing to live for. No, now you have nothing to live for, and you poop in a bucket. I love that for you.
I am, right now, probably one of the most dangerous Christians out there, because I am at the feet of the Lord. I am constantly in communication with him. We're constantly laughing, joking, talk to each other. And let me ask you something, devil. Why would God take your side when I'm his daughter and I'm there for him all the time?
Yo, his warrant is still active, right? I mean, for $20, $20, are they that cheap that they can't pay a $20 warrant? That the police have to like waste precious time and actually drag his ass out of the house, or next time he drives with no registration, get him again. Like, I feel like it's so stupid for like $20. That is just like low-cal levels of shit. I mean, don't be like that, people. If it's $20, just pay the damn $20. That is nothing to have your day wasted. And the thing is, you never know. You could have an emergency going on. The police don't care about emergencies. You got, $20. Small price to pay for you having freedom to be able to go where you want and do what you need to do on a moment's notice.
Whenever he tries to talk to me, I listen right away and I do as he says.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I am faithful to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I am faithful. Am I a perfect person? No. But my works aren't counted for righteousness. My faith is. And I may not be perfect as a person, but my faith is perfect. And that's what matters to Jesus Christ, is a perfect faith. Nothing what you try to invent, trying to see all my flaws and all the sin of my human nature. But my flesh is sin. So you're expecting sinlessness from someone who is made of flesh. You won't find sinlessness in flesh, because flesh is sin.
Saying?
It's the very essence of sin. That's why we die. That's why we bleed. Because it's sin. That's why we shit. Sin constantly.
Yeah, is that why you shit in a bucket? Sin.
We are working bags of constant releasing of sin. I think that's probably why women bleed every month, hence releasing their sins from their body. Does it not make sense to you, or have you not read the Bible about what the blood contains? And what sacrifice, what is necessary for sacrifice to be cleansed? No other animal bleeds like a woman, a human woman. No other animal bleeds like that. Only we do. Is God telling you something? See, because it's always been the seed of the woman that will crush the head of the serpent. And that's why God loves to send out his females to crush the head of the serpent. Because what's better to put shame on a man than have a woman put a shame on a man? Yeah. What a better way to show justice, especially to a man who has raped and hurt women.
Who are you talking about now?
God doesn't take too kindly of rapists. Every act of rape is
so
always,
high. Hell yeah.
is always with a solution of death at the end of it. And God doesn't like it when men attack the weaker vessel. He just doesn't like it. We are weaker than you. You have a responsibility to protect and provide for us, but yet you're beating on the weaker vessel. Why? Because the weaker vessel has a mouth. Does it really hurt your feelings that a weaker vessel has a mouth? God gave us a mouth to talk. Because God sees us feminine spirits as special to him. Oh. We're more fragile to him, more precious to him. And trust me, I am very much daddy's little girl. And when you hurt me, really bad things happen to you.
See, I wish that Rev would have talked to Stan about this. Because to me, that would be a lot more interesting. To be like, my girlfriend has this delusions that she thinks that you're anointed by God and bad things will happen. I mean, she's saying it right here. I didn't even realize. I mean, she used to say this stuff all the time as some weird flex. And again, and I'll keep stressing it, she was, claimed to be atheist until she met Jason and knew that he had all that money and houses and all that other stuff he had that she spent. So it's like her religion, her Christianity wasn't even that long for her to be talking like this, that she's so much special, than everybody else.
You're experiencing it now when you mess with me. Bad things happen to people because God will protect me. God will discipline those who attack me because I am his little one. Do you get that? I am his little one. I am brokenhearted. He's very close to the brokenhearted. I'm also a peacemaker. I'm a child of God.
What about your
I'm also his prophetess. I speak his words.
You don't understand his words.
I try my best not to go out of my way to attack people viciously.
Bull.
But I will be like Jesus Christ and turn over tables when I see charlatans and wolves in the mist. I will be a good shepherd because that's what my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ taught me.
You were up until recently currently going after Foodie Beauty, the person that you idolize, who you want to be, because she has over 100K sub channel and makes bang. I mean, she does make a good, she makes money. She actually makes money off doing stuff like this. And she called you out because she didn't even want to, be associated with your ass. And what did you do? All she said was the truth, and you freaked out at her. That wasn't you trying to make peace, being a peacemaker.
To be a good shepherd to not allow wolves to come in and take from the sheep. And that's what you were doing. You were taking from the sheep. You were taking that, what good I could have done for them, I did toward you, a wolf. And I gave you everything for 6 months, everything. You had no worries. And when I finally realized you were misplacing the money I was giving you, that's when I knew the friendship was bogus. Because honesty means everything to me. You want to be my friend, you better be honest, and very honest. Because as soon as I catch you in a lie, I'll be like a judge. I will quickly dismiss you. Because I will not put my heart at risk. It says in the Bible to protect your heart with all due diligence, and I will do that. And if I see someone lying to me who should be my friend, obviously they don't trust me enough with the truth. And obviously they're trying to hide things about themselves. And I don't want to be friends with people who hide things. I want honest friends. I want friends who are going to have my back. I want friends that say they're going to do what they do and not lie about it and cheat about it.
No, you want people to give you money, and then when they say that, well, it's a tough month, or it's a birthday, or Christmas, or some other holiday, or I just can't give it to you because I'm an elderly old person and I need to make sure that I have my actual cancer medication, you freak out. That's who you are. You use people, you lie constantly, and you just expect people just to roll over and give you all their money. And sorry, that's not how it works around here. For any of us, you know, if anything that I ever get, whether that's likes or people watching, I am appreciative, but I don't expect anything, you know. The only thing I expect around here is people to like occasionally have a chuckle at my jokes, but that's really it. Everything else is people being generous. But you, Shanny, you actually expect people to pay you every stupid video you make because you think like you're owed. Fuck out of here.
And I think I have every right to want friends like that. And I think it's very sane and healthy to want friends like that and to not want toxic friends. I think it's very healthy and a very wise and mature decision to make in your life. Why should I let people in my life that are constantly draining me? That's not fair to me. And it's certainly not good for my stress levels.
Yeah. What about this?
I have depression and borderline personality disorder.
Oh, here we go.
Anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder. I have a lot of problems with myself mentally. So when I'm noticing that I'm like visibly upset and my stress is high, that's when I know I need to start cutting things off and changing my life and not doing the same thing. And it's always been the same thing with certain characters here on the internet. They never really cared about what you had to say. They always seemed like they were your friend, but it seemed like they were using you to like beat up on an atheist or something like that, something. And you did it because you're loyal and, you know, naive and stupid.
69% yes. Awesome.
But then again, you're not putting Jesus first when you're choosing to go along with man's plans. You're not putting Jesus first. See, you're going after to attack someone, to be vicious to someone. That's not loving. No. We were commanded to love God and to love people as ourselves. We were not commanded to go and cause contention.
I'm not trying to do that. You know, I can only, again, speak for myself, but I'm not going to stand here ignorant to your fallacies and your lies and you scamming people about cancer and other things that actually scare people. It's insulting that you do that and you keep grifting and making scams and just keep coming back to YouTube. And one day, you know, something's going to happen, whether you're going to, you know, finally get that pin or whatever, and then everything's going to go away. Or I guess I can't understand how they could have, you know, have a YouTube channel. I mean, I did hear like maybe the uncle gave them a phone, so it's like in his account or in his name. But that whole pin thing, that is weird. It's been like, what, 3 months since she's monetized? So that means that money's just sitting there.
We were told not to cause contention. We were told to live peacefully among all men.
God,
but it seems like to me, you don't want to apply that. It seems to me you've read only a few passages in the Bible and you just use that as your doctrine and your doctrine only. You don't actually read the whole thing in context to have a full and amazing understanding. I have read the whole Bible several times, and that may sound like it's bragging, but it's the truth.
No, it's you trying to brag, but you don't understand it.
I probably know that book better than any other book in the world. I've been reading the Bible since I was 4 years old. And I remember, I actually have that Bible, actually. And it's a KJV. I started reading the Bible in KJV. That's interesting. And then I was 13, and I read the Bible again and had Matthew 5 solidified within my heart, which was beautiful, because Matthew 5, the Beatitudes, Sermon on the Mount, is probably one of the most amazing and beautiful things that ever came out of Jesus' mouth. And it really gave me life hearing that. Even as an atheist, I still lived by those words.
See, even as an atheist.
And I really wasn't an atheist. I believed in God. I just didn't believe in what the Christians, or the hypocritical Christians, because I could not decipher between the two. I didn't know there was a difference between
the two that you couldn't decipher between was G-Man and Rev.
Critical Christians and actual real born again believers who believe in Jesus Christ and do their best to love others as themselves. They're not out there condemning or looking at the devil for everything. I think, honestly, those are the false Christians. If they're constantly trying to find the devil in everything, and they don't edify God because it's mostly about them.
Wow, it's like what you guys are doing now. Everyone's an atheist Satanist.
And I know some people may be saying I'm guilty about that, but I'm a YouTuber. I'm not a minister. You know, I've always done these different things on YouTube, you know? But I mean, I found Christ. You know, a lot of people are like, why do you have Shanny for Christ? Because I am for Christ. You're expecting perfection in a body that's made of sin.
Oh, is that why you allow
You're not going to find perfection here. Because I am a sole believer that anyone who says they are without sin is a liar.
No perfection here, folks.
I am a sinner, and I'm saved by the grace of Jesus Christ because he loves me. And he's always been there for me.
I don't know. I think in the Bible there is something in there about, you know, allowing some riffraff boyfriend to abuse your children, and while you sat there and did nothing, but you beat him up over a Baja Blast. That I will never understand. You were more concerned over that stupid drink than your own kids, your own flesh and blood. You know, fuck, man, a drink will go away. Your kids blood is forever, man.
People want to go and try to accuse me as being a witch, a Satanist, a Luciferian. I can't stand Satan. I'm constantly rebuking him. I could quote Jesus, if you'd like, because the Pharisees tried to do the same thing with Jesus. And Jesus said, how could Beelzebub divide Beelzebub?
Face,
you know?
Every time. Look, if you want to know when Shanny's lying... See that? It's like she becomes Robert De Niro. Look at her. These idiots, they're eating this crap. I love it. And it's like she's shedding a little more teeth there.
You know, all your theories of making me satanic is really stupid. Like, for instance, my testimony, that was turned around to be something satanic. Why would the devil come to me, act like they were Jesus, just so I could believe in Jesus when I didn't believe in Jesus before then? That makes no sense. I don't think the devil would work that way. No, what actually happened is Jesus came before me and changed my whole life.
Bullshit. You saw that money.
And changed my heart.
You saw
and the way I
money.
think about things. The devil done nothing but destroy me and hurt me and accuse me. You know, and while you're out there pointing your fingers at others, why don't you start...
Hey, different stage. She's such a... Yeah, I know. She's so full of it with her two chins. No, they're not two chins. It's just one chin, and this chin's anointed. But what's up, a different stage? Good to see you.
Focusing on your ass. You're so focused on YouTube. Here you are, you're living in...
She's so smug.
It's fucking sad what's going on. It's sad. But sometimes you have to do tough love on someone and teach a man that he needs to stop fucking depending on people. And what makes him so fucking entitled to shit? What makes you think you're entitled to other people's shit? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're entitled to anything of other people's. Maybe you should fix yourself. You know, all these stupid Christian.
You know, I'm gonna make sure G-Man says that to you when you keep calling him up about asking for your Nintendo Switch back that you didn't log off. So smart, Shanny. You know, G-Man can like just go into your account at any time and delete your games and your save, and you know that would be funny if she's doing a Stardew Valley video and all of a sudden it just goes away. But I'm sure he wouldn't do anything like that.
Out there yelling and screaming. All of them are trying to give advice to people about how they should live their lives, and their lives are so fucking messed up. Most of them don't even have jobs.
Wow,
they don't
like
even support their own families.
What?
And then they try to switch it and make you look horrible when you're just like, I'm minding my own business. Gotcha, bitch. I want nothing to do with these people. I frankly think they're disgusting, and I don't care if someone calls himself a Christian. If you're going to be hateful, if you're going to be ugly, I don't want you in my life. I just don't. And I never will. And I'm getting really tired. So I probably should go to sleep. Because I am falling asleep right now. But if you need to, please pray for Von Helton's ex-wife. She's dying. And we need prayers. So I guess I got my feelings out. I guess that'll be okay, but it's like I had some really shit news today, and I'm all I can say is stay away from this guy. He is so dangerous. He's so dangerous.
She likes to make
pizza marinara.
Pizza marinara. All right, let me try to watch a little bit more of that. Because I'm getting a little bit tired too, and but I wanted to see when someone said what did they say? I know these comments. I mean, really, the best part about this video is the damn comments. Hands down, you guys are awesome with the comments. Can't wait to email this Christian Scientist BS guy. And complain that he was on Rev's show, so Rev can never have him on again. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like you guys are already 2 steps ahead of me, and I love it, and I'm here for it. But remember, you do you. I can't control anybody. None of us can control anyone, and people are stupid for thinking so. You know, we only have control of ourselves. Have him on again, even though he's full of crap. Oh, that gets a like. He would be mad. Rev is bringing the science scam negative attention. I'm gonna say I was gonna buy your. Yo, man, this is fire. I was gonna buy your books, but knows that you spoke to a child abuser. I just can't, in good conscience. Support that. Yeah, see, that's funny, Brad. Can't you see the haha in that? What did Christopher say? Just reminded that wire fraud is a serious crime and a felony, and that you're still losing your hair. Yeah. All right. So, real quick, what was that? 5714. My girl, the girl that I'm with. All right. Let me see if I can just listen to that, because I just can't. It's too much. This is a crazy cringe video that Rev put out.
Things that just don't work with them, but they do work with Jared Kushner and with Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Those two do have things that to be candidates, in my opinion, for Antichrist and for well, what's the other one? The Antichrist and the one that supports him.
False prophet.
Yeah, the false prophet, yeah.
I think Elon, my girl, the girl I'm with, we're separated right now, but the girl that I'm with really believes that Elon Musk might be the false prophet.
Well, does he have a Jewish background?
Oh, the girl that you're with?
Prophet Dan?
Man, I think he might have Jewish blood. I'm not.
I've heard rumors of that myself.
Me too. So
it's going to be a surprise, but we will know when it happens, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
If you read,
I love that, the girl that I'm with, and I'm sure we all let me hear that again.
The girl that I'm.
Yeah, the false prophet. Yeah.
I think Elon, my girl, the girl I'm with, we're separated right now, but the girl that I'm with really believes that Elon Musk might be the false prophet.
So, dude, like seriously, you're gonna lie to this guy that's giving you his time? Obviously, he's a lot more intelligent than you are and articulate in his wording, because he didn't like start drinking a bunch of whiskey every day and then just stopped abruptly because his big girlfriend had us like smoke pot in Colorado. Rev, you're such a piece of trash. Like, you know, I hope you even talk to him privately and say, hey, listen, I have my girlfriend in the next room that has the light on, because why would you have a light on in a room that no one's in? Like, duh. That you talked to him privately and you said, hey, listen, I have to pretend she's not here. I don't mean to lie to you. But I'm sure he didn't, because he's a piece of shit.
This is phenomenal. But he likes to say, I'm pan-trib. That's what I am. God is going to make it pan out. It's going to work out, you know?
Yep, definitely. But I'm
free wrath.
And in our generation, we say, well, has he been revealed? To bring the brothers from space.
Because now, Stan, we know we're just earthlings, right?
Yeah.
That's the deal, right? That the Roddenberry future of Star Trek. Oh my God, it's going to happen. You know, like this utopia.
Heaven, different. What fact? God, the presence of God. Well,
I think, therefore I am. You know, I think that's it. Like everything else could be subjective. There's serious factors that are like, it's like politically speaking, the world is being set on fire in different places. It's like these little brush fires stand like all over the world, and it's like, how can we put this together and understand what the hell is it's a great tribulation, probably, right? Like,
I know how we can put it together. First we get this out.
Let's face it, Satan is pretty darn smart. But all these little fires you're talking about are all aimed at one big solution on the chess table. That's to take over the earth and to overthrow God in a final battle there in Armageddon. Now, missiles, we could, you know as well as I do, that a large number of people are going to be taken out in a flash. He said, yeah, those that need to be corrected. He said, no, those who are correct.
Stan
and we looked at each other.
Absolutely no other choice. And I always am sad when, like, I do have some, like, witch type friends.
And the thing is, like, it sucks because I'm sure, like, you know, this guy, like, you know, he seems like, you know, he's got a brain there on his shoulders. He loves to talk and he knows what he's talking about. He's got 21,000 sub channels. So, like, he's doing his thing, but it's just, it really, at the end of the day, it's not his fault. I mean, yeah, you could say he should have done a little bit of research looking into Rev and people just talking about both of them and the child abuse and everything else, the warrants and the scamming and the lying about cancer and all these other things. I mean, if someone said, hey, you want me to come on my channel? And I'm like, sure, what's your name? And then I saw just a bunch of just crazy hate and then him going crazy and stuff. I'd be like, I don't know. Can you, like, at least explain why you're waving a weapon out at somebody?
Because my wife's audience has some people that are like that new agey, witchy, and I'm like, when I see them, they're resistant to the name of Jesus, and I just go to them, look, you know, I don't understand why you would ever not want this man as your father. Like, look at his actions wife in the Gospels, and he's nothing what a lot of these Christian sects makes him out to be. You know, the Pharisee Christians have very much done a really rough thing to people that are in the light. They have a sense of the light, but they're just not understanding who Christ is and how important he is. And if you come with the honey of saying, you know, a cool drink of water of the Spirit and say, look, he's the best father you could imagine, there's progress to be made with that, Stan. And I love the way you talk about Jesus, because Yeshua to you is exactly what he is, which is, it's a dad, it's a friend when you need a friend, but he'll also tell you when you're wrong, right? That's it.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. So, okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you when you're wrong.
You know when you're wrong, Rev? And we've talked enough about that, I guess, at this point. Do you think the Great Deception's coming? That's definitely in the cards.
In progress right now.
You're
started,
right here.
Part of the warning to people that they would understand was done by, was it NBC in 1983 when they started and released the series of V.
Yes.
Invasion. There are so many biblical things in that first. And you're doing the same thing in your outreach, you know.
So outreach?
I can only pray and hope that.
Dude, I call this a begathon. I call this a scamathon. Stanny, what are you talking about, Stan? Dude, Stanny, I thought you were supposed to be Stan the man. You can't call this an outreach. It's an outrage.
I got a couple other bullet points here that,
okay,
and
sorry.
I swear to God, Stan, you're amazing. You're just, because I could just go on with you, but I think we should keep this relevant to like the current times, because I was going to ask you about the Blue Kachina prophecy and go through that, but that's a whole other show. Like that would be it, you know what I mean? So I say we can close it up with two subjects here: the global economy.
But they're going to be at a point where they want peace and safety, peace and security, and the aliens can give us that. And so it's an offer we can't refuse. It goes up as a flux capacitor. And I tell you right now, I know how to make a flux capacitor. Every UFO that we see that has the local gravity field is a flying flux capacitor.
Okay.
There is a way to do it.
I have to now.
He searched for it and never found it. And it's a way to store, instead of electrons, it's store
your fault, Stan.
moving magnetic fields in an inductor to cause back EMF to fold forward and to form a vortex. The waves go out and come back.
Oh, jeez.
I got to get this stuff full screen, Stan. Let me set this up so I'm putting you full screen because wow, this is unbelievable. Browser cap, we're going to switch it to you.
Yo,
wow.
Are you like he's supposed to be putting out his IP address? You know what? I'm gonna stop talking, okay? Because I see things and maybe that's whatever. Maybe it's good. Everyone don't do anything bad. I'm sure Sandy Boy has no idea of his awful, awful old friend from 7+ years ago.
Oh, this is absolutely unbelievable. Okay, I got you full screen now with your browser.
Okay, I don't know why this is not bigger, but anyway,
okay.
Maybe if I press like
that's what Rev said.
There you go, boom, you got it.
Now this is an experiment done by some other people showing in slow motion when a drop falls how it forms a wave and ripples that are where orbits can be if it bounces back.
Oh, who gives a shit?
Circuit. There are a couple of ways to do this where you wrap the coil around a donut core that's hollow.
Shanny's like, what, donuts?
Or, moon metal.
That time travel backwards is not possible.
Correct.
I'm right about that.
Yeah,
okay.
But forward you can do.
Right, forward, it makes sense to me that might be possible.
Then how the fuck do you get Oh my god, man, I'm just too tired. That don't make no damn sense. Yeah, so time travel in the past is not possible. Only forward. But once you're there, then you can't come back. Yeah, this is hurting my brain.
Like I know there was a government program I think having to do with astral projectors. Like these guys that can do that, men that stare at goats and stuff, like that type of stuff in the CIA.
That was a movie.
And they sent guys into the future in something like 1991, and they viewed 9/11 before it happened. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
He's like, Stan's like, oh, I ain't touching that. Good for you, Stan. He knows. It's like looking at Shanny's poop bucket. I ain't touching that with 10-foot pole.
What do you think about that? Like, is that legit?
Can you see things?
That's what Rev says when he sends him naked pictures of her. He's like, hey, Stan, what do you think about that? That's legit. Look at them folds.
Future, yes.
I'm kidding. It's awful.
I've been given that gift occasionally as well. And one of the things is a really bad one's going to happen in North Island, New Zealand, with the volcano there, Taupo. But anyway,
I know,
we can be given glances ahead in the carousel of events. But to go back and change it, no, because the projections won't allow that. There's only one God, and what happens is His will.
Right.
So you time travel a bit when you go under anesthesia and you wake up. Wow, where am I? What's happened? You're now into the future 2 or 3 hours, and you missed it.
Right.
In a field,
when
in a
you time
gravitational
travel,
field,
you
you
go
can
to
alter the
in
rate
an
of time
airplane.
inside the field for all of you, so that you age quicker than everybody outside. Or you can reverse it and run slow. But you're not after. It's because inside this has some coffee. Everything's right at. You're that it generates a fitment over a long that reference.
You're what?
186.
Oh my goodness, I was close though. See,
Yep.
I was close.
Oh,
you what? 200 and something. I'm grasping that, but that's some stuff that's way beyond my IQ level. Like you're at 200 and some IQ, Stan. So we got
186.
You're what?
186.
Oh my goodness, I was close.
Dude, if you have 186, why are you talking to someone who has an IQ of like lukewarm 50 on a good day? Are you serious? 186. And again, I don't understand this, folks. Some of the smartest people talk to morons, and I don't get it. Is it fun for them to see how the other side thinks? I mean, it makes you think.
So, see?
Yep.
I was close. Okay, so
Close to what Sir Isaac Newton's was.
Incredible.
Bullshit.
So let me just say, this has been an honor
guys are
and
funny,
a
man.
privilege. And I think we should close up with some talk of AI because I exponentially so one of the first guys that ever studied it or like the grandfather.
I have 186 IQ. Okay. And this is my 10-inch penis. Yo, Stan's a pussy magnet. You don't know, man. The women just can't keep their hands off the guy. Like, they stroked her fingers through his wavy hair.
Of AI has said recently, I think he put a date on the singularity. I think we're almost there, that they're conscious. Like they created languages themselves. So let's take it on. What do you think, Stan?
Well, first of all, AI, the original form of it, was one that you set up to, gather information and to compile an answer for you.
Well, it's like you have an IQ of 186 and you don't even look into your friend that hasn't been MIA for 7 years. You haven't heard things, Stan. You don't know how to use the internet. How does people that have an IQ of like 100 know how to even look stuff up? That's, but, and I get it. People get busy, but still, like you're going on a channel and that's how these things start. This is what happened to Rev. He had a channel like Stan's, and then had Shanny started to come on. He didn't know her background. He didn't know that she came with all that baggage of the internet was just angry at her for saying dumb crap before anyone knew about the child abuse. People, we just guessed it. But that's how fast it can start, where your channel can just go downhill by having the wrong people on with you, for real.
But if you have,
guys, don't forget to leave a like. Thanks for hanging.
AI, that is AI that can modify its own programming. Then when you generate that, you've got a problem. It can divest itself of the way you control it, the energy you put into it, and it can be like the movie in the Colossus, the Foreman Project movie, where it just reaches out to everywhere. And that's when you give AI the ability to modify its own programming. Now, AI itself has a basic problem. AI, depending on how large the program is compiled as a decision module. Moral decision prosecuted all. They should be given an award. This is, the stereotypical science fiction computer that goes,
Yeah, 2001 Space Odyssey, hell.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't lie and stuff like, yeah.
And that is the problem. I mean, I talked about the AI back in Dallas when I was there. What it wants to do is our own.
Right. I mean, that's the worst. Oh, yeah. That's the worst fear, the worst case scenario of AI going that way. And Elon Musk, love him or hate him, think he's there. I've heard people say he's dumb as. I'm like, what are you talking about? This
Someone
guy's
needs
not
to
dumb.
cut up this video.
He told us not to do it, and he did it. So he's like, it's too late. The cat's out of the bag. The demon's out. So that's it.
Look, Elon. I don't know him, but certainly from a distance, I've seen that he does have like an ADHD type thing. He has a little bit of a strangeness in his personality.
He actually said that he's told everybody he is autistic. He's autistic.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, there it is.
Yep.
And okay,
yeah,
so
he's
that's
got rosy
his issue,
cheeks
but,
like Santa Claus.
It doesn't stop his mind from functions, but your internal ones are increased by what you lose.
Stan, I just got to insert this. My boy that I call him my son. He's not. I didn't adopt him yet.
Oh my God! Fuck you. Okay, and you know why you didn't adopt him? Besides the fact that you hit him and you're not allowed to be around him, is they were adopted. Stop the lie. Stop the bull. You're lying to your friend. And once this guy finds out, because I'm sure people already, unfortunately, because the internet does what the internet does, and they're gonna make sure that he knows. They're going to give him a whole mouthful of Rev and Shanny information, and that how he's lying to him, and that this kid was adopted. But here, let's hear what you're going to say to Stan with lie.
But he came with my wife, my girl, and he's autistic, and they say, Stan, that he is one of the most brilliant minds that they've seen in school so far. He's a mathematical genius. It's like Rain Man. How many toothpicks? 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
How would you know? And if that's true, then why did you guys refuse to put him in a school? You had them doing home instruction way past when the pandemic said everything's okay. You know why, folks? Because they didn't want to put in where they were, They didn't want, they knew once they put it in a school and the school did a test on the boys, they would see that they were way under leveled, and a lot of kids were under leveled anyway, just being the pandemic. But they were way under leveled because neither one of them are freaking parents. But I love this. So you this kid that you're talking about, like you attacked him. No, I'm sorry. You threatened him in a car because you put a cat in a box. Here, why don't you ask 186 IQ if he was taking a cat on a long ass trip, if he put it in a cat box or if he just put it in a cardboard box.
You know, he's like that. It's amazing mind. Go ahead, Stan. It's insane.
No, I agree. I mean, it's I'd come to that conclusion a long time ago, but Elon Musk fits the description. And
good for you, Stan. Go back to Elon. Don't fall for the bait.
Like Tesla and a lot of others, bright minds, they found interacting with real. Even President Trump has that there.
IQ is it's out there, and I like they're like, there's no way Trump is smart. Like people don't understand that he dumbs down a lot, don't you think?
Oh yeah,
he does. He does that deliberately, and I always love the guy, but it's just that when I got with a girl, it's like you got to kind of consider what they say, and I do. Like she's a counselor to me too. And
red flag, guys, right there. An hour 37 minutes in this boring ass video of truth and what I've been saying this whole time. Because Rev is not that complicated. He's a simpleton. He doesn't have he doesn't have his own identity, and he doesn't have his own thoughts. If he's around somebody like Stan, and Stan gives him some, hey, well, you can't say stupid, like some kind of middle of the road. Now Rev is all of a sudden middle of the road. If he's talking to Big, now he's with her values, her beliefs. He does this all the time. You know why? Because some big woman beat it into him. This is what you believe now. This is what you're going to say, and this is how you're going to say it. That's his life. And I don't feel bad for him because he chose this.
And he would bring up things like his infidelities and that stuff, and that's one thing. But like assault and stuff is very rough for me to go, okay, that's a man of God. You know what I mean? Like, but he's the strong arm man for the time now that we need, right? Maybe.
Yeah. Well, he's human. Okay, that's it. And we all are. Look at yourself as fallible, and you have to always be on guard to try to keep the straight and narrow path. And
yeah, everything is this stand. Don't you feel that everything is being humble? You got to be humble in everything.
Well, I certainly got taught that when I was in Australia for 30 years. I was locked in down there. They took my passport and citizenship away to keep me from spreading out from Australia. But I had to, and Holly will tell you this, I had to pretend to be interested in the local football contest and to deal with people at their level. In Australia, they call that the tall poppy syndrome. If you're a taller poppy in the field, they'll cut you off. And so to be one of the guys, I had to learn to be dumb.
I see.
It was like wearing a shoe that was too tight. But when I got back to the States in 2001, wow, or 2000, yeah,
so I could talk with you peasants.
It was like the restraints have been taken off. I get a lot of interviews and things, but
Ben, one of the best, and that's why I'm just honored that you took the time out to do this tonight. So the AI, you're amazing, and I would love to have you back at some point, and we could talk about the Blue Kachina prophecy because I'm wondering about that.
Yeah, that's doubtful.
What about the man in the red hat prophecy?
I mean, see, this is why we have to do that stuff, like the native prophecies. I believe the natives are definitely connected to this planet, and
you know what? I caught that too, Gary. I guess he was. Hey, old Stanley had to do some things. 186 IQ had to do some things in Australia that he's not particularly proud of. But let's just say he knows how to suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
They're seeing some stuff like
he had to hold some.
That's
pockets.
how I feel. Are they the tribe of Dan? Maybe.
Well, we'll talk about it in the next time we do a show.
Yes.
I can tell you about how Holly and I were invited down to the Shakovic tribe, to the prophecy keeper. And,
wow.
What happened, what we shared, what they shared with us.
Amazing. So the AI deal, how do you feel this is going to go? Is it going to go bad, or are we going to keep them servants?
It's going to go big.
Well, look, we're going to think that everything is nice. I forget what color pill it is in the reality thing, but you're going to think, this is great life.
The red pill or the blue pill. You don't want the blue pill, you go back to sleep. You want the red pill and you wake up in reality, yeah.
And
thanks,
artificial intelligence is going to solve a lot of problems for us, and I think it's going to do what Revelation 13 was talking about. It's going to become a beast. And
this is incredible, okay, because my girl,
God.
What you just said, she said verbatim, like AI is the beast.
My girl.
Yeah.
This is incredible that, like, you sync up. This is spirit stuff, and it just gives me chills. Like, it's
We're
amazing.
all getting the same source.
Yep.
And there's a lot of mouthpieces out there. And
yeah.
It's just, I'm really encouraged to hear you say that about your girl and about other people.
Yes.
Because, you're not alone anymore. There are others hearing. You're not totally a nut.
Amen.
Stan, this is who you're talking about, okay? I mean, I don't know. Looks like a nut to me.
That's it. See, it's confirmation from the Spirit, and that's what we need. Stan, I cannot thank you enough. You've been so gracious with your time. You gave me an hour and 41-minute interview, and it was absolutely incredible. Stan, thank you. God bless you.
Well, thank you, Jason, for doing this for the people that will help, hopefully.
I hope you wake up some of these Satanists. They need Jesus real bad, I'll tell you that.
All right, whatever you got to tell them.
I know.
They don't want to
burn. You can only
burn.
present the truth. You can't condemn them. You can just say, look, here's the story. It's why I believe it. And for you, maybe there's a different way to convince you. And I hope the good Lord opens the door for you and be ready to go through.
Yeah, dude, Stan. If he was telling you the truth, that's what you could say. I believe this, you believe this. Maybe we can come to a common ground. That's what any normal person could do in society. 186 IQ. But the thing, Stan, I'm sure you'll find out. And again, Rev's going to say, "Oh, he got harassed," or the trolls came to him. And to me, it's not harassment if people are just, "Hey, man, just so you know, here's these channels, here's these videos." It's not made up. There's police reports. This guy has a warrant for his arrest currently. He has he kicked his girl's kid. That's why they're not in their lives, and other things that they did. And they're currently scamming people and saying that she has cancer. So I don't believe that's going to be, harassment, because they're just making sure that this guy knows who he's getting in bed with.
You got to be the doorman. That's how I always felt, Stan, that God made. He wanted me to be a doorman for him. Like, why don't you want him? He's a great dad, and he's going to take care of everything for you. You just need to submit for once.
Yeah.
Let go of the ego. Well, Stan, you're incredible, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, brother?
All right, Jason. Have a good evening now.
You too. You too. God bless you. Thank you so much. Good night.
Goodbye.
Rev's such a
And there you
nut.
have it, folks. Okay.
Have what?
I have to I'm beaming with a smile, because this is what the Holy Spirit does to you. When you connect with a man that you haven't talked to in so long, and it's been such a long time since I talked to Stan like this, and there's a lot there, folks. I mean, we went from Bible to aliens to flux capacitors that actually can be made. This is why the man is called Indiana Deo. And I just want to encourage you to go to standeo.com and just browse through all of his research materials and buy his books if you can. He says he's not in it for the money. It's all about Yeshua. And when you see a man that's so passionate and ready for the Lord, it's something else. Peace, Maranatha. I will see you next time when I see you, folks. God bless.
Okay, my God, what a crawl that was, my God. But still, I can't wait to see the fallout of what happens with that. But guys, that is my time. Thank you, everybody. Like on the way out, if he makes something else during the week, like around like Wednesday, I might just do something else, because I want to do another video. Like 2 more this week, so maybe something on Wednesday and something on Friday, or I'll check it on Cobes. But guys, I know this is not usually my normal time, so thank you for everyone who came in and donated. You guys are great, and still keep being hilarious in the chat. Yeah, I'm telling you, all can do this. You guys are just hilarious, but keep being quick. Remember, none of us need 186 IQ to come up with good comebacks, or to even just see that these people are just lying scam artists. But that's for another time. Guys, thank you. I'll see you soon. Have a good night, and I'll see you, I don't know, in a few days. All right, guys, good night.